Oh, is that Brittany? Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
Right.
And banana shake.
Oh, great. Wonderful. You have a good night.
You too.
Ooh, Audi. Damn. Wonder who would be at blame on the Ford collision. Ooh, he's getting pissed. Ooh, Mr. Man with the Audi flying around. He's got to get to that Steak and Shake quick. Get that Republican fix. He's got to kill something and kill it quick. Yes, he does. If he can't kill it quick. No, he's in the drive-thru, so he's going to take him time to kill it. Maybe he can go to Whataburger and figure it all out right there. Anyway, I know the Republicans are wrong. I mean, I completely know they are. I know they're probably going to cheat the next election and put that asshole back in office. The thing is I was around the wrong people. And, man, it's just, when you start to really feel the weight of monarchy, when you start to really feel the weight of monarchy, and just what a bunch of fascist groups can do, especially what someone can do that has too much power. You really take a couple of steps back, and you kind of rethink about what you've done, because when your family's taken away from you because of money and financial things, you start to realize the power of the Republicans and of that party and of that class of people, and that there is a starving class, there is a poor class, and when you start to lose stuff is when you take two steps back and you realize, wait a minute, I was wrong. You know, I shouldn't have supported these people, or I shouldn't have been like-minded with these people when I was never really like-minded with them. I mean, I should never have agreed with them when I was never really part of them. I always knew inside that I was an artist. I always knew inside that I needed to represent those that are suffering and things like that. And these people want everything handed to them. They want everything not only perfect, but they want everything. It's all about classy. You know, what's classy and what is right and just and all this stuff, which we can't have that in this life. We can't have that. We're not supposed to have that. The things that they have now, which is my kids and my wife, or my ex-wife, or whatever she wants to be. Legally, she's my wife, but I'm only doing that because that's my justice back. She signed an agreement. I'm not gonna let her break that agreement until I'm ready, until it's on my terms, until I'm ready and I get, I guess, what I want. You know, because she's getting what she wants. So I'll wait till I get what I want, and then I'll make the agreement with her so she can join that next class system. That's what she's doing, is she's stepping up into a higher class where she'll find someone with a higher pay bracket. All this has been going on since Judas kissed Jesus Christ on the side of the cheek to betray him. because he thought he was moving up. She thinks she's moving up, but actually it's quite the opposite. Because let me tell you, the rich are mundane, they're boring, they're stupid, they get everything that they want, and a lot of times it leads to suicide. Women do commit suicide. It does happen. It's because they have betrayed so many people. The devil's whispered in their ears so much, and they have betrayed so many people. They get everything that they want, and they realize that that's not what they want at all. And they realize that that's not satisfying them, and that they can't get in this life what only the Lord can offer them, and that they needed to struggle, and they needed to be embarrassed, and they needed to not get the things that they wanted. You know, the thing is, when you struggle, that's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to struggle. It's not a bad thing to struggle. I mean, when you walk up to a poor person and look down on them and pity them, that's not beautiful. That's disgusting. And if you have all this money, you have it because you've hoarded the money. There's poor people that don't have anything. The amount that you have, right, that you're getting by with, the amount that you have, right, you're not sharing with other people. You're not struggling with those people. So you will not have any type of joy. You only have joy when you follow the Lord. And he was with the poor. So the Republicans have to admit that they're wrong. The rich have to admit that they're wrong because they're making people suffer. And I know that my wife and children are in the hands of the rich. They are not in the hands of God. They are not, and nor will they ever be in the hands of God until she surrenders and realizes that what she's doing is wrong. That's why biological families are so beautiful. Meaning the nuclear family, the family that's supposed to be together, the real mother, the real father, the real children all stay together is such a beautiful thing. And that's probably the number one thing the enemy hates the most besides the church. He does not want families, the original father, the original mother, the original kids to stay together. He'll do everything in his power to split that up. And he'll use class system, and he'll use the rich, and he'll get into the wife's head thinking that the husband is wrong and that what he's doing is wrong and all this stuff. The only reason I'm making these posts is because I'm sending out a warning to other poor fathers that need rights, that need someone to support them. And a lot of the art that I want to make from this point on, a lot of the stories and plays and screenplays and short films that I want to make are going to have this type of theme in it that is about poor fathers that are being tore apart because of a bunch of rich baby pirates. What I mean by baby pirates, okay, like you can say the people that are for pro-choice are baby killers, okay? So the people that have the abortion clinics and things like that, and they support the abortions and they're pro-choice, you can call them baby killers. But if the rich take those babies away from the original father and the original mother, because those babies will be taken away from her too, those are baby pirates. So what's worse, killing the baby in the womb or allowing the baby to be born and then stealing the baby away? That's a horrible thing too. That's like murder from the point of view of the person that has it. Because if they don't see their children anymore, it's just like murder. If someone took your child away from you, that's just like murder. If you don't see them anymore, you don't know where they are. I don't know if my children are even alive or dead. I don't know. I wake up in the morning or I wake up at night and I don't know if my children are alive or dead. And this is all because of the rich. If you do the research on this, this is because of people that have power that power should be stripped away from them. And I'll find a way to do it. And first, we have to start with Trump. We have to take away his power. And the only way we're going to do that is being clever and listening. We're going to have to listen, because the only way that he's going to be able to win this next election is do it in a physical way by having people come in to the voting booths physically and lying with fake IDs and stuff like that, and in voting for him, because this country doesn't like him. He's not going to win the next office. Only way he's going to do that is by cheating. And the only way he can cheat those booths, because a lot of them are done by paper, is to have people go in there with false IDs and vote on his behalf. Because you can't. A lot of those booths are not even hooked up to the internet. They're done with paper. Trust me, I voted in Maine when I voted when Obama was going for the second office. We voted with actual paper. We used paper. We filled in the thing with a little Scantron paper, and that's still done today. So the only way to win that election is to do it physically, to go in and win. But the Democrats need to rise up. We need to support father rights. I'm going to campaign fathers' rights myself. And I hope that a lot of Democrats start becoming more pro-life, because that's a tough one. I'm a tough Democrat, because pro-life is something that they don't always agree with. But I think there are Democrats out there that are pro-life, and I think it's okay to be a Democrat. But these Republicans have to be stopped, man. These rich people, we need to start taking the money from them, taking what they worship, what they call God, which is their money. We need to take it away from them and give it to the poor. That's exactly it's a Robin Hood plan. But we also need to support the poor fathers out there whose babies are being ripped from them and whose wives are being stolen. This has gone way back when the Scottish and Irish, it went on with the Scottish and Irish too, with property rights, and the wives were taken away. If you do the research there, this has happened in history. This is not the first time. And this is war. This is fucking war. So my first step is, let's first get Trump out of office. That's the first thing. Democrats rise. Second, let's support fathers' rights, and let's help the poor. And also, let's try to be pro-life too, because I just think that's an important thing too. We should value life. Anyway, so I'm for supporting the poor and doing art and things like that for that sake. And I think the Republicans just need to relinquish their money. The rich need to relinquish their money. Look, this all started, if you do the research on how I lost my wife and kids, it started with a man named Art Bunton from New York. He also lived in Florida for a while. This all started because I asked him for $200. I no longer have my wife and kids over $200 because he wouldn't forfeit $200 for dry film productions because I wanted to do this one short film. And I got mad at him over $200 because I thought it was nothing compared to him because he lives in like $1 million house and he has lots of money. All this happened because I pissed off some Republicans at MacArthur Boulevard Baptist Church. And they conned my wife and coerced her in leaving me with the children, whispering in her ear. It's all over $200 and a guy named Art Bunton. You know, and he's trying to sue me over slander. And he's trying to get after me over slander and like he wants forgiveness. Well, you know what? Your name, Art Bunton, is shit. You are shit. You know why? Because your name, it means nothing compared to Jesus Christ. You value your name and who you are. You know what? Get out of Texas. Go back to New York where you belong. You little punk. Don't come around me anymore. You touch my wife and kids, I'll show you. I'll show you what it means to be in Texas. Because remember, we have the death penalty here, my friend. And that goes to you too. That goes on your end.